awaits factional assignment, Hierarch.
I assume your plan is to bind these robotic warriors to your will.
They will be allowed their freedom, much like Phoenix. Making slaves of them is what led to their revolt before.
Oh, this foolish idealism taxes my patience.
Idealism? They are the replications of our greatest champions. Was it so different when we gave your people freedom, by breaking them away from Malash's grip?
Only to deliver them to mine. I could not allow my people to be guided by Amon's lies any further. But make no mistake, they are not free. Freedom is a delusion, granted to the weak by the strong.
You speak as Amon does. For the sake of your life, that will change.
Instill the Phoenix machine as the new executor of the Purifiers, and use them as the tools of destruction they were built to be.
Why was Endion chosen as the world Cybros was to orbit?
For thousands of years, it has been a research retreat. Here, Protoss scholars secluded themselves from political affairs to focus on the task of devising technology that would benefit the Empire. The Psi Matrix was first conceived here. When it was decided that the Purifiers would be shut down, they became a symbol of achievement, but also the dangers of it.
So they were brought to a research colony.
Where better than a place where our greatest scientists resided, constantly improving Cybros' stasis field.
And how many resided on the world below?
800,000 Kalai, a contingent of Templar.
I only hope their deaths were swift.
Also, since now the remaining Protoss are cut off from the Kala, the computer matrix that binds all the robotic Protoss together is actually the color of their robotic kind. So does that make them technically more adept to Protoss?
Yes, although many of our warriors are in stasis, and we have received new robotic siege technology, Hierarch. Please make your selection.
Yeah, I never liked the Reaver. Reaver definitely is a cool unit, and it does more instant damage than the Colossi. But the Colossi is the main means of get rid of soft units, units with low amounts of HP. Like, of course, it double stacks with the Templar, since their damage types are perfect to deal with weak to medium-sized enemies. Yeah, for example, roaches still need some time before they get devastated by storms, or a colossi, they can resist it a little bit, but stuff like zerglings or space marines get easily decimated by these units.
The legendary arbiter vessels have been reconstructed due to our great need.
Ah yeah, a mobile cloaking device, but hey, maybe when we do the carrier mission this could come into play. I never thought about that, cloak carriers and stuff. But other than that, I use cloak units rather to block units from getting close to my main army. Sure, I could change my objectives towards decimating detector units and then basically have an invincible army. But I would have to take an eye, I would have to pay attention to where my arbiter is, and I will always forget where my arbiter is. I've fallen down that rabbit hole way too often.
Destruction is at hand.
I wanna change this back to my shielding sentry. I did not see that much of an improvement in my army. Of course, that could be connected towards my incompetence right now, since I have this massive headache. But yeah.
Your plan worked, Karax. The stasis grid is down. We must act now.
If we can bring Cybros online, the battle station should begin to defend itself.
And the purifiers?
They have lain dormant for millennia. They may still harbor anger towards us. If they turn on us, we will have to fight.
We failed them before, not understanding what it was we had birthed. These personalities may be replications, but they are alive.
After spending so much time with Phoenix, I share your belief.
Cybros will not be able to resist the Zerg for long. We should move quickly if we hope to save the Purifiers.
I require your honest counsel, Phoenix. Do you believe the Purifiers will join us?
I do not know. They may harbor rage, resentment for the actions of our forebears.
The Daylom is not the Conclave. We are united in purpose, like never before.
And that is why the Purifiers must be allowed to choose their fate for themselves. Without freedom, a people can be controlled, but never united.
This is true, and yet, the Firstborn have ill need of another enemy.
And I believe in you to not create one. Your actions determine the future for both the Templar and the Purifiers. But now is the time to act, Hierarch.
You are right. The way forward may be difficult, but it is necessary. Thank you, my friend.
I assume your plan is to bind these robotic warriors to your will.
They will be allowed their freedom, much like Phoenix. Making slaves of them is what led to their revolt before.
Oh,